it's Dawn. I just wanted to speak to you about how it feels to have an autistic child and what I went through, how I felt as a family. Jamie was quite obvious that he'd got problems from a very young age. He was late walking, he was late talking, he was late everything. So he was under the early years SEN team and had support, not one-to-one, but had like extra supports, ideas put in, and had different assessments done when he was younger, under OT, under physio, everything. He had an autism assessment done because he was strongly into lining things up. Everything had to be straight in a certain order and everything. But they said at the time they didn't think he was autistic, had autistic traits. Didn't think much more of it, just helped him support and fought for what he needed at school, the support he needed, getting a statement, then converting over to an ECHP. And it's just like further on now when Mollie and Joseph both got diagnosed, they told me, the consultant told me that there's a good chance that Jamie had been misdiagnosed, because for two children with autism it's very unlikely that Jamie didn't have it as well. So, and we sort of told him the different things he does and everything, and he said I think you should get him reassessed. So Jamie's sort of waiting to have his appointment to be reassessed again. But I suppose that was easy to accept because we knew Jamie had difficulties. We knew he was late with everything. He was under speech and language from 2.5, because I used to work in childcare. I used to be and I sort of knew what milestones they should be reached. I knew Jamie wasn't reaching them. So somehow I was able to accept it more. You know, how his difficulties, his coordination with his fine and gross motor skills, his difficulty with social situations and that. So that wasn't too, but you know, Mollie, it was really difficult because when we used to go to parties when she was younger, we always used to worry that she was going to take something, flip something out, and I didn't really think of it. You just worry that they're going to get a reputation of being a bit of a naughty child when she's not. She was so sweet and loving and everything. She still is very sweet and loving. But when she was 6 at school, I asked if there was anything different, or well, I can remember when she was about 6, just before her 6th birthday, I was in absolute anger and stress because we weren't doing the same thing. We had to go and pick, it was school holidays, and we had to go and pick someone up from school at lunchtime, and because that wasn't right, what it was supposed to do, when we had to go to nursery, she just completely flipped out and got really upset, distressed, screaming down the whole way down the road, and I didn't understand what was going on. And then as we went through school, sort of different things occurred, and I kept on saying, can it be ADHD? And then I did an assessment, and they said, oh no, it's not, you've only got ADHD at home, not at school. Okay, so I felt a bit deflated then. I thought, what have I done wrong, what's going wrong? And kept on asking. Then as she got older, you know, in different years, and as she got older, because Jamie got diagnosed as he's got severe dyslexia, or SPLD as they call it. I noticed that Mollie was getting a lot of spellings underlined in red. I kept saying, could she have dyslexia? But no, she can't have dyslexia because she's doing really well in school. That's all I kept saying, she's doing really well. So I carried on. Struggled with friendships, or quite often thought that her best friend didn't like her because she was just speaking, you know, as you do, sort of mingle with a lot of our friends, and misunderstood it all, and was always upset if someone upset, you know, her friend or anything. So it was really difficult time. She really struggled with school and socially, and did silly things that she got told off for, but she was trying to, someone did something and she said, oh, I did it. I knocked some pencils over, silly little thing. She said, oh, I did it, when it wasn't her, and little things that you sort of wonder why. So then when she went to high school, it was picked up with dyslexia. She did dyslexic screening, which I was really pleased with, because that picked it up, because she was really upset in her year 6 stats just before she went to high school, because she's pretty good at English, but her spelling is very bad, basic spelling, as I would call it. Her SPAG results were so low, and she was really, really upset about that. And then that's when they did dyslexic testing not long after going into high school. But she's really struggled at high school with friendships, changed classes and everything, and yeah, different things kept on saying, is there anything else? No, it's fine. We had a few other problems with school, but I can't really go into. Then I sort of said, would there be a possibility of having an autism assessment? And they said yes. Okay, so they put Mollie down for an autism assessment, and I didn't know what I really expected at the time. We went over there, and they had the assessment, and Mollie had always sort of had this other life. She's into reborns now, but she always sort of had always a different name when she was younger, one we couldn't say, and always something else going on, or another life. She's got this baby, she's got married, well, and this family and all that in her another life. But when she had her assessment, she had all this done, and the consultant came out and spoke to me and said, look, I'm a bit concerned about this and that. And so I said, okay. He said, well, you carry on and I'll carry on. And Mollie turned around to him and said, I think you think I'm mad, don't you? And he said, no. Well, anyway, they did the assessment. Mollie had been quite unwell before, recovering from an illness, so she was quite tired, wasn't able to do much, was quite tired, so we was there quite a few hours, about 4 or 5 hours, which is still a long time for an autistic child. Anyway, so when we went back for the results, when we went home, Mollie was quite anxious and quite adamant she had autism. She said, that's going to be picked up, Well, I went over to get the results just before her 15th birthday, and I don't think I knew really what I thought. I hope they did find the results, get a result, but then I didn't really want them to. It was a really weird feeling, not knowing how would I cope with it, how would she cope with it, how would people react to us. Oh, probably worries you've all had, upset, what's wrong with their child, and then happy that there's an answer. It's just total confusion. I'm sure a lot of you know what I mean. When I got there, got the results, and he explained them out, and he said she was definitely had autism, and I was like, just couldn't believe it, because in my mind it wasn't what autism was supposed to be about, especially autistic children. Autistic children, girls are not like that. You don't know. And all the years I've been asking for referrals and different things, it was sort of a relief. But then I felt let down that why did I keep asking, and everyone said no, there's nothing there. I was really, I don't know, upset. I don't know if it was upset or cross, frustration, all of them. Anyway, so then that, so Mollie got her diagnosis. Then I don't know how we got the referral, but we got referred for an ADHD. Oh, and that was CAMS. They further referred us for an ADHD referral. I'm not quite yeah, when we went for the assessment, there was been quite a lot of reports that she read and different information, and watching Molly sitting there trying to sit still doing this, it was like, please, I almost wanted her to sit still so there wasn't anything wrong, not fiddle, you know, not because it's wrong or it's not how, it's just that you thought, I didn't want her to have something else. I feel like she's already got autism and that, but it was, I could see it happening, and she never slept from a baby. Awful sleeper, horrendous. I can remember when Jamie was, just before Jamie was born, at 7 months pregnant, crawling out of her room on hands and knees. So she never slept, an awful sleeper, and it's like the evidence was there in front of me. I just didn't want to accept it. It was like, no. But we got a diagnosis of that as well. But so that was quite good, because she is medicated now, but she doesn't like taking the medication because she doesn't like the feeling, which is quite difficult. But I'll talk about that again in another. But I'm sure some of you know that the feeling, they're not used to the feeling and bars, and it just feels weird for them. Then Molly, Joseph got assessed at school. Joseph, I just thought he was a smiler, he was talking, he did everything really early, really clever, walked early. He used to get on Molly's bike when he was a big bike when he was about 4 years old and ride around it, like, you know, not in classic. He was just really, really good, and I thought nothing wrong. And then his behaviour started to change. I thought, no different from the others, you know, just learnt behaviour and just put up with it, you know, when we had meltdowns. I thought, oh, he's seen that happen before, so he knows what to do. Because he is smart, and that's what I thought. Then, as he went through schools, there was more obvious things, and head banging on tables, scratching himself wherever wrong. I thought, oh. Then, you know, we sort of had it investigated. Then they did schools did a referral for him. Sorry, excuse me, got it. Referral for him, and when he had his assessment, he had it done at school, whereas I should take Molly over, and they did like the proper assessment, and I went in to do the paperwork, and like you do, to fill in the forms of the parents. And when the results came back, he said, I'm, you know, telling you that Joseph has high functioning autism as well. Okay, I think, because I hate using this word, because we didn't expect Joseph to have it. I was really shocked. Yeah, very, very shocked. Hoped it wasn't right. Thought it was all learnt behaviour. Didn't think that was the way it was. But anyway, we got the results, I think in January, 97. Yeah, and we've coped with it. But Joseph is your typical professor, autistic professor. He is down, well, I know they don't call it Asperger's anymore, it's all high functioning, but when you see write-ups about Asperger's, that's writing about Joseph, that is him. He is completely, as the book says, I don't know how I didn't realise it earlier. Maybe I didn't want to realise it. Maybe he'd been masking, maybe he'd coped with it until he got to school. But in school, he just can't cope with anything. He can't cope with being in classrooms, he can't cope with being anywhere busy, noises, he hates noises, hates distractions, he has head music playing all the time, he just wants to be in his own world. You know, he loves science, he loves history, everything that you expect like a typical autistic child to have, Asperger's child to have, who is autistic, so it's the same thing, but you know what I mean. And even going to a specialist school, he's still struggling with changes, and he's still only a small class, you know, he's not got a one-to-one, and you just think, how would you ever have coped in a mainstream CX at high school? Never in a million years. It's just so hard to think. I don't know. It's something that you hoped wasn't right, that they'd got it wrong, that it wasn't autistic. I didn't feel as if I've lost my child. I just felt that life is going to be harder for them, more of a challenge. But now I look at the way and think that this has happened for a reason. Especially I keep saying to Mollie when things are not quite right for her, this has happened for a reason, for you to help people in years to come. So I'm sure there's been a lot of you that feel the same way as me. Found it hard, shocked, desperate for a diagnosis. The period in between assessment and diagnosis seemed like years, absolute years. And recently, and a lot of people have only just found out that Mollie was autistic, or even Joseph, and they just were shocked. People knew that Jamie had difficulties at school because he had lots of problems for years, but yeah, so we're waiting to get Jamie reassessed to see if that makes 3. So obviously our family is quite difficult, with the 3 of them with difficulties and my disability too. So anyway, I just wanted to give a bit of indication, say that I know how you feel when you first get a diagnosis or you go for the assessment. Please comment below, and like and subscribe, and I can keep telling you a story. There's a lot more to tell, but I'm sure you've all got your own stories which will be interesting to read. Anyway, goodbye for now. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.